From the center of the equator, from the western part of that continent, from the southern part of that country, from the crest of that road, waves are radiating at high speed from gate to gate, door to door, room to room, stereo to stereo, speaker to speaker, from that station radio gold on that dial 90.5, where the difference is obviously crystal clear.
Nyato mi do to Anyato ya Chicago Club Bro Ye ya dogo Amanchi nyagoglo Nyato fui to tui manyo Apasa manyo Apasa do badu Yata mi do to
Pasato etalopo, Joe in the side of drum. When you toss with telephone, Kedoko, Masafi, Togoto Kata Sibo, Wavokata Hambo, Tosu Pasakuka, Pasato Gidolawo, Manina Butama, Devokatana, the one, Fatuna Nihoman, Afina Nemblem, Eta Komachifu, Pasato, my the Kuku, and then Yahamafu, Unuma Kata Kuku, Abe American Vovo, Akema Nusamo. Ijina wapasa ene makunachi ododio
Good evening, my dear intelligent, dedicated, and very highly discerning brothers and sisters. Good evening, fellow Ghanaians, citizens of Omofia, Sika Perere, Yepenukore, Baminami Yaou, Karamse Gold Mafia Republic, Sterling Crude Oil Mafia Republic, citizens of the island of Saint-Tropez in the south of France, and citizens of Guyana, alleged repository of the wealth that has been plundered from Ghana. And a very well welcome to yet another edition of this Konkonsa reporting program, live on an exclusive to your power station, Radio Gold 90.5 FM, and Ahuta 92.3 FM. My name is Efo Dawubida, Konsivi Kosi Konkonsa Article. And I am the bold, fearless, no-nonsense, but very highly objective grandson of the great Toby Wanya for Tegbi in the great Volta region of Ghana, or whatever is left of it. This evening too, I have come to sit back, relax, and let my village autonomous mouth run amok in all directions, so help me God. But before I do that, I want to check on a few people. Oh. It's been a while since I saw them on the landscape. You understand? Please, where is Chairman Apatai? Is Chairman Apatai in town? Chumabota, I miss Chairman Apatai. Oh. It is stronger than Apatai. It's a movement. True. My brother, I love how Chairman Apatai removes his English like a veime rice so true. Chairman Apatai say, they say he went to Pepe College. You understand? Or some people claim that Chemanapatai went to Pepe College, but you see, it is one thing to attend a school or to go to a school, and it's another thing for that school to go through you. You understand? There's a difference. Sometimes you can go to a school, but the school does not go through you. You understand? So, for example, because I went to Peking Training College, and that college went through me, is the reason why when I speak English, it is correct. It's impeccable. You understand? My English is flawless, lah. There's no way I'll say something like blank check or pushy like a pusher or true. You understand? But me, I have serious doubts as to whether Chamanapata really attended Pepe College. If he did, that school didn't go through him like true. Anyway, it has been a while since we the people heard from Chamanapata. You understand? I mean, the gentleman speaks English and Hebrew with aplomb and swag. It has been a while. The last time I checked, I think he's out of town. I was looking forward to watching him dance to I say krrr, say prrr. You know, the last time he danced to Onapo, you see. So I was hoping that this time too, you'll be standing, and then, you know, those hangers on will be around you and they'll be dancing to I say krrr, say prrr. The man is off radar somehow, like you. Please, if you find Chamanapata, tell him that he has to shake himself small. We the people want to hear some Hebrew prayers and some romantic English. And please, what is the status of the executive secretary to the president? Is he still allegedly terminally ill? Or he is improving? Because last we heard, he was not too well. Oh. Well, some people are saying, not me, oh. Some people are saying that he's not sick, yeah, and that it is a ploy of some sort to escape. You understand? The kind of scrutiny that comes with changes in power and all those things. So I said, true. Me, I don't believe it, lah. I mean, the man is an astute lawyer who can write plenty law on green papers or true. So, he has nothing to fear. I mean, if the oral team carries out some investigation into the material that they have gathered, and they establish the veracity of the contents of the dossier they have assembled, and the name of the guy who was the executive secretary to the president comes up, the man is perfectly capable of defending himself or paying sharp lawyers to show with the people law. You understand? So why should he face sickness like the Nigerians do? So you haven't seen how the Nigerian organs miraculously fall sick when they are summoned before commissions of inquiry into allegations of stealing enough to spend for decades when the need arises. My brother, it is remarkable. Some appear in neck collars or braces. Other times you find some arriving in clutches. You understand? There was even one seminal incident where one of the thieves suddenly got a lockjaw in the course of his testimony, as a result of which the entire system had to be suspended or true. The only thing is that from where I sit, nobody can be adjudged to be too sick to face a court of law. True. This is because there are precedents on the matter. My brother, I record with sadness how the lawyers of Victor Salome told the court that tried him to extend some small clemency in his direction, since he had a pacemaker where his heart was supposed to be. In other words, the lawyer said, "Oh, my lords, the man is wearing an artificial heart. If you send him to jail right now, maybe he might not get the kind of medical treatment." My brother, the court disregarded that plea and went to put Victor Salome inside coolio, and he died. He died. Again, I record the story of Hosni Mubarak, one-time military president or leader of Egypt. He was also accused of carrying out a lot of atrocities when he was president. Hosni Mubarak used to go to court on a stretcher, even though he was supposed to be terminally ill. They'll put him on the stretcher and wheel him into the court and try him. It therefore follows that nobody, whether they have had a stroke or not, whether their legs have been amputated or not, whether they have lost their tongues or not, and so have become deaf mute or not, nobody is too sick to face a court, and so they can be taken to court and tried. If they die in that process, so be it. They will be buried, and life will go on. And then they will join the statistics of people like Victor Salome, Dr. McPalm, and all those people who have died in the course of being dragged through our courts violently like a cow through an abattoir. So that is all that there is to it. I'm sorry for this very long digression. So please, let us know the status of the Oga Executive Secretary. We the people in the public interest. We need to know whether he's improving. You know, you understand? Okay. As I was saying before, I rudely interrupted myself. I was in the course of marking the register for a few good men and women before I digress to. Hey, somebody is asking, where is Communal Battles? Is he still around? Thomas Brony? Is he around? Okay. Where is the former communications minister, aka Madam Floating Belly Bridge? Joe. Madam says she built a bridge for the people, and people deliberately went to sabotage the bridge. But the people are wicked. How can you go and sabotage Madam's Belly Bridge, which is supposed to be serving you, the people? Eh? Anyway, my brother, is Madam around? True, my brother. That woman was the epitome of power, true. My brother, she was very, very powerful. I have to give her a lot of credit for seeing 12 years or more ahead and getting very, very close to the Attorney General in the Kufuor government, who later became the Foreign Minister after he was shunted from the Attorney General's office because a few people taught him elementary legal lessons and severely embarrassed the Kufuor government too. My brother, The woman allegedly got very, very close, oh. Very, very, very close. In fact, it is even alleged that when one of the relatives of the Oga died, I'm not sure whether it was his father or his mother, she went to the funeral ground to go and do wifely customs, allegedly, and clashed with the real wife. Oh. But I understand it was a very spectacular situation where, you know, in a traditional setting, when maybe, for example, if my father-in-law dies, there's a custom that I have to perform, and vice versa. You understand? And they say madam showed up to go and perform that same custom. I say, actually, but we don't anyway. And then, when in the heat of the campaign to scam Ghanaians and convince them that Oga Blue Blood was just like them, the one was photographed sitting next to Oga, who was holding granules and having hideous leaves around his neck, was Madam, you understand? True. So when Oga won, her place was locked because she used to be seated at the right hand of the father. True. You see that she was never reshuffled. She sat on her page for 8 years. You understand? It is even alleged that when Oga complained that certain radio stations were giving his government a hard time, she was tasked with silencing those stations, or true. When the affected stations were protesting, she said we should come and beg her. Because as far as spectrum regulation was concerned, she was a god with a small g. You understand? And then she was telling people on that very famous page, that the sea she was occupying was her personal property unless she died, though. Today, where is she? Can she drive past any office and get down from her car, enter, and order it to be closed? Sure, she should try it. Like she smell pepper like true. My brother, today she's just like one of we the people, oh. To be fair, she's rich. I've been driving in front of her house. You understand? But that's it. She has no power to do foco to anybody. Unless she hides behind godfathers or those umbrella people who were campaigning for her when she was being vetted in the immediate past parliament to become minister for the second stint. Oh, some umbrella people were campaigning and begging for her. We know them. At the right time, we shall engage with them. So you see, no matter what, you have to be humble, oh. You have to calm down. You have to tone down, my brother. And this same advice goes to the new Ogas. Some of the new Ogas on the block, oh. Some of you, before you became Ogas, you picked up every phone call or attended them, oh. Suddenly, you are too busy to receive phone calls. True. Some of the Ogas have started walking around with chips on their shoulders, so. True. I thought that, especially ministerial Ogas, should be the last group of people to forget themselves and start walking about with chips on their shoulders, so. Because you see, you serve at the pleasure of the Oga at the top. And at each point in the course of your service, the sword of Damocles, in the person of an animal called Reshafel. Reshafel. It's always hanging over your head, oh. My brother, anytime the word Reshafel pops up in governmental circles, it is the ministerial organs who sweat like pregnant fishes. Because it can fall like an axe. So, under those circumstances, why would you want to be walking around with a chip on your shoulder? Or the feeling that suddenly you are a prima donna, you have arrived. My brother, you are better off coming down, staying humble, and being nice to the people down there, so that they can always pray for you and have a special place for you in their hearts. So, my brother, it is too early to start feeling like you have arrived, though. And you see, I've said something before on this page. A bird lives in the sky, but when it dies, its funeral is performed on the ground. The people you meet on your way up are the same people you are going to meet on your way down. About I witnessed a very interesting incident a while back. I was at an event where some people who were high flyers in the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia arrived. My brother, ordinarily, people would have rushed towards them, fawned on them, and offered them a seat. But because they had alienated a lot of people and made themselves very inaccessible, and were refusing to pick their calls because they thought everybody who was calling them wanted something from them, nobody paid attention to them when they arrived at the event. True. My brother, it was an embarrassing spectacle. They looked lost and out of place. So herein lies the thing I just talked about a short while ago. Power is given to you on behalf of we the people. You will therefore be making a very big mistake if you allow that power to get to your head in such a way that you use it to scoff at the people who gave it to you. And in some cases, treat them as if they are nothing. Because when they come together and withdraw that power, you become just like them. But then you'll be alone and miserable, readjusting to life before your elevation will be a long, hard road. So, well, as I always say, I am the voice of the one crying out loud in the studio of Radio Gold. I am the joker in the Roman king's chariot who reminds kings that they are humans and mere mortals, when men and women are shouting at them that they are gods with a small g. I was right here in this studio shouting lots of advice to the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. Of course, they didn't listen. And he had a huge fall, like Humpty Dumpty. Today, it is alleged that he's the one quietly micromanaging the micro minority from afar and telling them to do things to defend his government and his record. The unfortunate truth, however, is that there is nothing to defend. The real truth is that we know that the Chebi Mafia started converting power in 1996, not necessarily because they wanted to leave a legacy like Dr. Nkrumah or like Jerry Boom or like JMO. but to build personal empires, even if it meant grand kleptocracy and state capture. So really, apart from making his close circle and clan very rich, at the national level, he has left a disaster at every step. Even this small work that the oral people have done, the kinds of things that are coming out of that investigation, it's atrocious. We don't need any further evidence to let we the people know that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia have been a monumental disaster. So the micro-minority cannot put a supposed non-existent Akufo-Addo legacy on nothing and expect it to stand though. Similarly, we will be here to tell the current powers that be a thing or two. We will tell them the unpleasant truths. If they like, they should ride on their newfound status and refuse to listen to we the people. When the time comes and the very things we told them come to pass, we will be here to let them know that we told them. I went to the wise, as always resided in Konkonsa's mouth. But this is not even what I've got to talk about this evening. I came to carry out a roll call. I just had to, unfortunately, digress. So I shall continue with the roll call very, very soon. Good evening to my listeners on Facebook. Somebody says, the word of Konkonsa is the beginning of wisdom. Oh, good evening. You see, my listeners know. Rosina says, tell them la. Abolok baku like that. Somebody says they don't know where the people are. And they say Chemanapata is lacking in crowding with his political coat over tracksuits and trainees. Nilate is also greeting me. All right. On that note, this is where I come in sincerely to thank you for being on the other side to listen to my sermon this evening. I'm collecting, offering my mobile money. Thank you very much indeed for your kind attention. My name remains Efo Daou Bidan, Kosivi Kosi Konkonsa Achke Akufusun. I shall be here again on another occasion. Until then, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Ever!
Yeah, memamro.
Wanya?
Your friend Mema na me dey sign. So they will see unye hu edro. And then remo a PC Herbal Center. And then fidie ehwehwe nipadua mu. Na odi ahahanra FDA. Agia to ensa yare esiesie wi. Why? And o say ne mpaso agro enso ani. Munyina monko PC Herbal Center. Na ma menzema besiesie o. Wo sisi ya hye o catheter. Eni yare be na tete wo. Ko PC Herbal